Lafayette parent Mark Mastrov says he was stunned when the family received a letter threatening his seventh grade son with arrest for missing exactly three 30-minute Zoom sessions, unexcused absences.
Excuse me, what? A 12-year-old kid facing arrest because he missed three 30-minute Zoom classes. 3 periods of school. He missed 3 periods of school, and he is being threatened with arrest? This has to be a joke. There is no way that this is real. Like, I swear to God, every single student on planet Earth has missed at least 3 periods of Zoom class, or even just class in general. I remember even in school, there was the kids with perfect attendance, didn't miss a day of school, but sometimes they would have to leave school early or something like that, and they would miss more than 3 periods of class, and they did not get arrested. Like, how is a kid literally being threatened with arrest over this? It's ridiculous. Hello, people. Welcome back to another episode of Zoopsies. Today we got probably the biggest Zoom oopsie ever, or I don't even know if it's really a Zoom oopsie. It's more like a justice system oopsie, a joopsie. Anyways, yeah, this kid is being arrested for missing 3 periods of class. The reasoning for it is just as stupid as, what's actually going on here. Anyways, let's just hop right into the story. Please subscribe. I'm trying so hard to hit 250,000 subscribers, and also join discord.gg/wasted right now. Do it or else.
This is our 4th child in this school, and out of the blue we get a letter.
Lafayette parent Mark Mastrov says he was stunned when the family received a letter threatening his seventh grade son with arrest for missing exactly three 30-minute Zoom sessions, unexcused absences.
All right, here's my question, right? What if there is a crazy thunderstorm outside and, I don't know, a tree by your house gets struck by lightning and it destroys all the electricity in the house? Like your Wi-Fi's out, there's no lights on, nothing like that. You're the only kid who this happened to. You live in a little bit of a different area than most of the other kids. Like, are you gonna get arrested because you're gonna have to miss a couple of the periods because you don't have any internet? What if your computer stops working, or you have a problem like that? Just stuff that's out of your hands. Like, you can't be serious. Like, automatically, if a kid misses 3 periods in this state, then they're gonna get a letter in the mail threatening them with an arrest. Like, sure, arrest these kids for missing a couple periods of school, see what happens. How are you gonna put kids who missed a couple days of Zoom class into the same building as people who have literally, like, killed people? Like, literally, imagine this kid sitting in prison. Yeah, I'm here because I killed 74 people. What about you, buddy? What are you in here for? Oh, me? I missed like 3 periods of Zoom class, and now I'm in jail for 20 years. Like, that just can't be real. I mean, obviously you don't get 20 years in prison, but it's still any amount of time in jail just simply over missing a couple periods of a Zoom call is insane. Like, that is insanity. That can't happen. Like, that cannot be a thing. It shouldn't be a thing.
He can become a truant of the state, and he could be arrested. I said, are you going to come arrest my son at my home or try and fine me for not getting him to his Zoom class on time, perfect every day?
Like his classmates at Stanley Middle School, Merrick Mastrov spends up to 7 hours a day attending virtual school via Zoom.
All right, so, it's understandable to, threaten students like this with a letter if they're missing, like, the whole entire school year or, multiple months. But just 3 classes? Like, no way. Like, I don't think this kid is trying to, get out of the school system. I don't think he's running away and just, like, not attending school all the time. Like it's stated literally in that letter, this kid missed 3 periods of school. That's less than a day of school. Less than a full day of school he missed. I've missed weeks of school at a time, like if you're on vacation or something like that. Not even a full school day, and he's getting letters in the mail saying that he's going to be considered truant and possibly arrested. Like, this kid literally did nothing wrong whatsoever. He's not in the wrong. His dad isn't in the wrong. The only person in the wrong here is either the school or the state for sending this out. Like, this is literally one of the most ridiculous things I've ever heard of.
The letter from a Stanley administrator lists the 3 periods Merrick missed and says when a student is absent without a valid excuse, the student is considered truant according to California law. And down below, the pupil may be subject to arrest.
But like I said a million times, this would make sense if he had like a million unexcused absences. Here he has, I would think would just be one unexcused absence. I'm not sure why 3 periods counts as 3 unexcused absences. That doesn't make any sense to me. Whenever I was in school, it was you miss 1 day of school, that is 1 absence, whether it's excused or unexcused, that depends on if you have an excuse or not. But yeah, in school I had 7 periods of class. If I missed 1 day of school, it wasn't counted as 7 absences. It was counted as 1. They did it day by day. I don't know why they're counting it as period by period. Like, dude didn't even miss a full day of school. He was there for most of it. Like, that wouldn't even be considered an absence where I was if he got there early enough. Like, bro, what is this? Imagine missing less than a half a day of school. Like, just the very end of school, your last 2 or 3 periods. And then, you wake up the next morning, ready for the next day at school, and you hear a knock on your door. You open up the door and you're greeted to like 7 police cars in your driveway, all with their sirens on, pointing guns at you and stuff. They're like, get on the ground right now. You're under arrest. You have the right to remain silent. You're just like, what did I do? Oh my God. And then whenever they finally tell you what you're being charged and arrested for, they're like, yesterday in the evening, you missed about 3 classes. Well, that was 3 classes too many and you're going to jail for eternity. Like, that situation seems so insane, right? Like, it seems like something that is completely made up. But, some of it could literally be happening here, dude. Like, this kid could wake up tomorrow and literally just be under arrest. Maybe he misses another period or 2 by accident or, for whatever reason. There he is. He's in handcuffs, going to jail. Thank God I don't live in this state because Jesus Christ, is this so insane, bro? It's so stupid.
The principal here at Stanley Middle School told us the letter is a result of new state guidelines this fall, Senate Bill 98, which requires districts to keep a closer eye on student attendance.
Okay, well, a closer eye on student attendance isn't sending a letter like this if you miss not even a full day of school. Like, I cannot get over this fact, all right? He didn't miss a full day of school. He missed less than a half day of school, 90 minutes of class, like an hour and a half. They said in this news story that he is in school for around 7 hours a day. Like, this kid literally missed like a 10th of his day at school. And according to state guidelines, they have to send this insane letter to his house. Maybe the state guidelines should be re-looked at or something. Or, if I was at school, I just simply wouldn't send that letter out. Maybe call the parent and be like, do you know where your student is? Just handle this a little bit, more peacefully. Maybe like a little bit more reasonably, if that's possible. Like, we don't need to threaten these kids with arrest. That is way too far. People go to jail for doing bad things that they shouldn't be doing, things that threaten the public, stuff like that. Usually bad stuff. Now, there are some laws out there that are a little silly, and you can go to jail over some things that don't really make sense, and that's a whole different video, I guess. But going to jail over missing a 10th of your school day, way too far. Like, that should not be a thing. And it's obvious. Obviously, that shouldn't be a thing, but for some reason, it looks like it's a freaking thing. Like, how? How did this come to place? How is this a thing that can happen?
Reached by phone, Stanley Principal Betsy Belmont told us the letter is part of our responsibility to the state for our student attendance review boards. As always, the schools have a responsibility to ensure students are engaged and learning.
Like what? I'm sure that this student was very engaged in class, and I'm sure that he was learning. He didn't miss a full day of school. Like, he missed a little tiny little fraction of his school day. And what are they talking about here now? They're saying that it's their responsibility to make sure that students are engaged. Like, what's gonna happen next here? Are students gonna start getting threatened with arrest because they aren't fully engaged in their class because their teacher is super boring? Now, I can't wait to see that one. It's gonna be amazing. I'm so excited for this next chapter in whatever the hell this is. Yo, thank you so much for making it this far into the video. I really do appreciate it. And to show my appreciation, here's a free cookie, all right? You absolutely deserve it. Huge shout out to my channel members, Ace Woman and Ace for being the Patrick tier, as well as Silly String for being in the SpongeBob tier. If you guys do want to see some more of my content, I am so sure that you will love it. Just click one of those thingies up on the screen. And yeah, bye.